just am here with all these ideas and don't know how to get started on anything. I don't know how to.
I want to chat about this really quick. And I have probably a few different things that I'm going to go, so hopefully you guys can stay with me. With this creator, you guys can watch her original video. She's talking about how basically everything she says on TikTok is just success, and this person's selling this and this person's doing that. And I want to talk about a few different things. One, that's not what it looks like, right? The behind the scenes is it's hard. We're crying too. There's ups, there's downs, there's wins, there's losses. But I think the biggest number one thing that I can say that sets people apart from the actual doing and the wanting is the fear of failure. So I believe that working on that will be the first thing that is most beneficial. I teach my business students all the time, fail faster. Fail as fast as you fucking can. Like, the faster that you fail, the closer you are to success. If I were to sit here on this platform and I were to tell you, I need you to fail 57 times. 57 times. I need you to come up with 57 unique individual ways to fail on the internet. And on that 58th time, that's where you're going to see success. Every single person would be able to do that. Every single person who wanted to have a successful business would do it, because they'd be like, all I have to do is cry 57 times, and on the 58th time I've made it. Awesome. But the problem is there is no equation, right? There is no thing. All I do know from personal experience is the faster you fail, the faster you will see success. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk about is actually the frozen. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm not a therapist. I have raging ADHD. So I know that frozen feeling can be debilitating for me. And it can just keep me like paralyzed of what do I do? Like, what's better? What should I do? A before B or C before D? But the reality is all you need, like you already know, is a camera, your voice, which you're already using very, very well, and somewhere to take money. Okay. You don't need all these fancy landing pages. You don't need this course that teaches you this funnel. You don't need ManyChat. Like, yes, those things, you'll grow into it, of course. But the reality is all you need is something that you want to sell and a way to take people's money. And that could be on whatever platform. That could be on Etsy if you want to do something physical. That could be just you sending a PayPal invoice. That could be you setting up a Google Doc and with a link in that Google Doc for somebody to pay you on PayPal. It does not have to be as complicated and hard as people are making it. It needs to be simple. Simplify as much as you can. What is the thing that you are known for? What is the thing that when people talk about you, you could talk about forever? That's a great place to start. A great place to start is like, oh, I could talk about, couponing or saving money forever. All right. Well, I mean, obviously here I am teaching business owners how to cut out the wholesaler and save more money. So what is a skill set or something that you have or that you're passionate about that you could talk to a lot about? That is going to be something that's very helpful, because then when you're creating content, you have no problem talking about it all day long, because you would talk about it all day long if you weren't getting paid for it. So those are some things I would do to get started. But first and foremost, just the faster you fail, the faster you will find success. And I believe that with my whole body. So quick recap. Failing as much as possible, whenever possible. The more failures equals more successes. Talking about what you want to sell. You're not sure what you want to sell? Talk about all the things. See what resonates. If you have 10 different things that you think you could sell or that you want to sell, talk about all 10 of them. Post 10 TikToks a day. Each TikTok is a different thing. See what takes off. See what hits. If you don't have a certain thing that you are feeling extra passionate about or that you want to talk about, then start with that. 5 TikToks a day, one on each different topic, and then see what the people are asking, see what the people are wanting, and then build from there. Now, just for the record, I don't want people doing that with things that you hate or you're not passionate about, because then all of a sudden you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, how am I here? How am I selling this course or teaching these people these things or making these custom-made glitter bookmarks? I hate bookmarks. Like, it needs to be something you're passionate about and that you love. That's my opinion, because I think that's the best way to make money. I don't think that all money is good money, and I think that if you find yourself building an empire on something that you hate, that's not fulfilling, right? That's just my opinion. So figure out the things that you're most passionate about. I know that you said you're besties with ChatGPT. I don't even know if you're still watching, but I know that you said you're besties with ChatGPT, and I love ChatGPT too, but there is nothing that takes the place of getting a piece of paper and a pen and just writing your wants, writing what you want, writing what you're known for. We can talk about if you want some specific prompts for that. I'll let you know, but ChatGPT is a tool, but it is not the end all be all. And a lot of times ChatGPT can just be extra noise, and it can just be extra confusion. And what you really need right now is just some time. and you need clarity, and you need to figure out what is the first thing you want to make a move on. You don't need another course. You don't need another, thing to rabbit hole down. You already have everything you already need. All you need to do is be one step ahead of somebody else, and you can help them, right? You don't have to be the world's best baker to be able to teach a child how to bake. You have to be able to read, follow the recipe, and know how to turn the oven on, right? The child does not know how to turn the oven on. So you're teaching that child valuable skill sets that they will use for the rest of their lives. That does not mean that you're a chef. That does not mean that you are the world's best baker. All you need to know is a little bit ahead of the person that you are wanting to teach, that you're wanting to lead, and that's it. So don't get caught up in all of the noise of needing to be an expert and needing to have degrees and needing to do all these things. All you need to be able to do is to help the person that you are wanting to help. All right? I hope that helps. Trust me, I feel you. I've been there. I joke that I have, like little mentee bees or midlife crises on a regular basis. Usually it's in accordance with my cycle of like, what am I doing with my life? So everything you're feeling is normal. And especially in a day and age of where we are consuming way more than we're supposed to ever consume. So yeah, hopefully that helps.